In this segment, we're going to be talking about utility. And as you recall from chapters before, what was the definition of utility? Utility is satisfaction. And what is the goal of consumers in our market? Participants' goal in life is to maximize utility. So we're going to talk about utility in a little bit of a different way here. Utility is a pleasure or satisfaction obtained from a good. And what our idea is to maximize total utility, the total satisfaction obtained from consumption. Okay? Another term we're going to use is marginal utility. I don't want you to be afraid of this word, marginal. This word is going to come up over and over again. When you see the term marginal, marginal will always mean the change in total associated with the last. As we go through these chapters from here on out, you'll start seeing that word marginal over and over. There'll be marginal physical product, marginal revenue, marginal cost. It always means the change in the total associated with the last. In our instance, we're talking about marginal utility. And marginal utility is the change in total utility associated with the last unit input. So let's look at it on a chart. Total utility rises up. As we consume more and more, our satisfaction will increase. I want to give you an example here. I want to talk about going to a buffet for dinner, because we have all done this. What you see, first plate, is a lot of satisfaction, because when you first show up, very hungry. Next plate, more satisfaction, but not as satisfying as that first plate. Third plate, still more satisfying, but not as satisfying as that second plate was. At some point, we reach the height of total utility. And if you're like most people, this is the point where you actually leave. A little bit sick, bloated, overfull. But if we can look at this, marginal utility keeps rising. Total utility keeps rising, but in smaller increments. That's the idea of diminishing marginal utility. As we consume more and more, you get less satisfaction than you did from the previous consumption. Total utility is actually maximized when marginal utility equals 0. When you've got to the point where the next increment will not add to satisfaction, that's when you've maximized your total utility. After that point, marginal utility will actually turn to a negative number, and you'll be lowering your level of satisfaction. This is the idea of utility. One thing you need to start getting used to is the abbreviations. As we get more and more, you'll start seeing things written out this way. Okay? If you have any questions about this, feel free to email me. Again, this is our little review of utility theory. Total utility is what we're there to maximize. Marginal utility is the change in the total utility associated with the last unit of consumption. And as you can see, it diminishes as we keep building it to a point where it finally equals 0, which maximizes our total utility. And that is this piece of the lecture. Thank you.